coming with you and what's not is not coming with you. So he lost his hero, his entire army, and all he has is his Blademaster. He's getting a Tauren totem, getting some catapults also, or one catapult, while I'm pushing for my regular Headhunters. I'm sticking to 49 here because I just saw Pantero's audio, which you guys are going to see very shortly, I imagine, which said sticking below 50 for a while is good, so I decided I'll try that. I had a pretty good force at this point. Wanted to get some upgrades, Berserk and Troll Regen. Troll Regen is something that a lot of people don't think about using, but it is very helpful, because you don't have to spend salves on your units when you have that on. They heal 1.25 health per second instead of just 0.25, so it's like running around with blight under your units at all times. Get my PIMPLORD and with Howl, of course, and go in for a push, see what's going on. I come in here. You want to run your units, your groups in short distances to keep them all gathered up together. If I had just clicked attack move from my base to his base, my units would have been spread out, and the front would take immense punishment before the back part of the train could come up and help. And the Powerpush is only really good if you have everything together hitting at once, like a big sledgehammer instead of a bunch of small carpenter hammers, basically. 12 Headhunters hitting a unit all at once is a lot more damage than 2, 3, and then 4, 5. You get the idea. I reveal, but I'm not in a position to stomp him, unfortunately. I have my bestiary ready now, getting some catapults, or at least one catapult. I'm running a little short on cash because I just started an expansion. Make a bit of a mistake on this expansion. I thought I only was able to get 2 lined up plus the builder, but I got 3 lined up, and then I add 2, so that's 1 builder, 3 building the first time for 4, and then add 2 more, so that's 6. But you don't lose any gold by having 6 or 7 on a mine. You're just wasting peons that could be doing other things, but it's not like a big problem for me. I pretty much just throw it up and forget about it after I fill it up with peons. Have ensnare for my Raiders. First catapult coming in, and I'm getting ready for another push. As you can see, I'm stopping here halfway, waiting for my catapult, running my entire army in there, and then having catapults coming in when my army has been destroyed by towers isn't going to help me much. And I'm also using a very defensive style of playing here. You will see when I start the push on his base that I keep my Grunts and other units by the Demolishers. If you run your army into this with Demolishers behind, your army is going to get eaten alive, and then the Demolishers is just like an after-dinner mint. Or if he comes up from behind, he can destroy my Demolishers, and then it's my way of breaking his base is gone. Having another Demolisher coming up from behind, assaulting the nearest target, and keeping my units around the Demolishers. Have a Raider here now. He's currently creeping his far natural, and since he wasted his town portal and didn't get any more, he can't jump in to save these buildings. He has to run in, and that's gonna take him some time. He has Master Shaman and Tauren. He didn't build any more bestiary units for some reason. Going Wyverns against mass Headhunters is a waste of time, and also why he would try Wyverns versus Orc with bats is beyond me, but here we go. My Demolishers are out of the firing range. I get a good stomp on some units. And Howl of Terror takes 10 damage away from the Tauren. Excellent. He uses his Blademaster to hit my backline. There's not much I can do about it. All I can do is basically destroy his army, hopefully before he destroys my my regular units. I have taken down his bestiary and now his barracks, and eating up the Tauren like nobody's business. And I have a level 2 Pitlord with Cleave, level 5 Tauren Chieftain. He's gonna destroy my Demolishers with his Blademaster. And I'm not in a good position to stomp him and keep him from doing that because my Tauren Chieftain is too far back. But I do take down his Tauren Totem. Unfortunately, I didn't have my units on hold position, so my Raider got beaten up really badly, and my catapults are down. Now he kills my Raider, so I can't stop him. Can't stop and kill him, and my Tauren Chieftain got locked behind here. I decided to get stupid and run after him. Use dust on him so I can see him, but my units are getting in each other's way, and I'm not fast enough to catch up to him and kill him. I could have followed him all the way in here, but he was running right up to the wool lounge, and all he had to do was buy a healing potion, which I thought he did, but oh well. I'll just heal my crap up and then go and push again. He has absolutely no production buildings except for the Spirit Lodge, and Master Shaman on themselves will be eaten by my catapults and my Headhunters. He's gonna run down and do something weird. Okay. So I'm gathering up here, you know, having my forces all together so they don't get caught one by one, or you know, in case he causes a miracle and happen to have like 2-3 Tauren, I won't have my weak units getting smashed up like nobody's business. Gather up again. Keep the units together, whether or not you're using archers, casters, whatever. Keep everything together. Walk in or move in small segments instead of, you know, cross map to begin with. And here we go, a Tauren. I didn't get a snare on him until I was within reach of the towers, which is incredibly painful. But I use my Headhunters on them. Headhunters take less from piercing, so they are able to last a little longer. Of course, they don't have as much hit points as Grunts, but still, it's more. I like it more using Headhunters on that. So I'm now level 3 with my Pitlord, and I'm killing this Tauren Chieftain hit and a Tauren Warrior hit, and there goes a Shaman down to my oops. Catapult that got lost, but here we are, right in business. Keeping my shit together. Got a Raider hexed. And I'm just pushing on his fortress now. And like Undead, when you take the hall or fortress, or whatever it happens to be, then that's no gold for him. So he has to rebuild that. Let's see how much he has. Okay, he has enough to rebuild, and he has enough to expo, but he chose not to do that for some reason. That's another Tauren that goes down here in just a moment, and I'm beating up on his base defenses now with my catapults, demolishers, whatever. Still building units. I threw up a spirit lodge, figured I'd get witch doctors for sentry wards, so I don't have to worry about the dust. Just throw a couple of sentry wards down, you know, in his base where his Blademaster would be to defend, obviously. But I didn't get that far. Send my raiders off to scout and to see if he has expanded over there, but he leaves the game after I destroyed his altar. Basically, what cost him the game was that he didn't do anything with his massive advantage. If he had gotten Grunts and Raiders, for instance, he could have destroyed me, because for the longest time I was at 30 food, you know, 2 Headhunters and 4 Grunts along with my hero and the peons. And even when I was at 40 food, that was just a couple of more Headhunters. So if he had gotten Raiders and Grunts, or any combination, and basically just gone for the attack when I was weak, he could have won it early. Even Wyverns will take out 2 or 3 Headhunters easily, especially with Grunt support. But he didn't, even though he had a very, very good start. I thought the game was lost for the longest time. And when I started making progress, I was so nervous of you know, doing something wrong and losing. As for my side, all you really have to do is get the Powerpush going and then catapults. Of course, you know, you will probably tech a lot sooner, a lot faster than I did, but as you can see, he slowed me down so much that it was ridiculous, and there was not much I can do about it except keeping my army in my base, just waiting for him. In which case, I can't attack him and I can't creep, and he got what he wanted anyway. When I got the green machine rolling, pretty much just ran over him because he didn't capitalize on his Blademaster harass. The Farseer is a lot easier to deal with, because at least you can kill the wolves in the early harass and counter it that way. In Blademaster you can't really do anything whatsoever unless you choose the Shadowhunter first with Hex, yeah, which is, it's probably not going to happen too often. So I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something, both from what he did right and what he did wrong. His harassment was excellent. His follow-up wasn't all that good. And as for my side, if you can just keep going and actually get the machine rolling, you should be doing good. Micro a little better than me. You know, giving a grunt to creeps is not the best way of winning a game. But that's me signing off. Have a good day, and I hope you leave some comments. I read them all. If all you have to write is hate and flames, then they're probably gonna get modded away by our excellent moderation team. So I wouldn't waste my time. But any constructive criticism and what I can do better, what I can stop doing, etc., it's all welcome. And sorry about not having a introduction, but as I said, my computer went south and I had to reformat and all that shit. I'll get into that and get you some more audio goodness from WC Replays. Cheerio.